Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about an issue with Amtrak earlier today. A substation exploded, causing one worker to be... sound right. Let's do it again. Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about two important things. One involving Amtrak and one involving the TWU. Very quickly to recap with the TWU, if you are not aware, yesterday TWU Local 100 and the MTA reached an agreement on a brand new contract. We'll get to that in just a second. We have details of the contract that was revealed today by TWU Local 100 President Tony Utano. Before we get to that, we have to talk about an unfortunate incident that happened with Amtrak today. An Amtrak worker is dead. Two others were injured after an explosion at an Amtrak substation in the Bronx. This was a 1010 Wins article written by David Kaplan. So the article says, one Amtrak employee is dead and two others injured after an explosion at an Amtrak substation late Thursday morning in the Bronx. Amtrak sent a statement to 1010 Wins. We are deeply saddened to report the death of an Amtrak employee. The incident happened at approximately 11:05 a.m. on Thursday, December 5th, 2019, at a substation just outside of New York City. There are reports of two additional non-life-threatening employee injuries. So, Amtrak has been backed up now for the past 8 to 9 hours along the Northeast Corridor. This is a stretch that goes between New York Penn up to Connecticut, which a lot of trains going into New Haven, Connecticut, and up to Boston have been impacted today, which is just remarkable. So I'm just going to keep this video on mute here for a second, because I don't want to get claimed for copyright. But as you can see here, we'll just put the video on full screen. So as you can see here, this is where it happened in the Bronx. We can see smoke clearly. Just an unfortunate incident, and I'm glad the media is doing a fantastic job covering this today. A lot of media outlets have done their part to cover it, so I got to give big kudos to everybody who's been out there. And I just want to quickly mention, big shout out to Marcus Solis from WABC today for heading up to the Bronx and covering this, because this is just an unfortunate story, and Amtrak's just been completely backlogged today, and this is what the media is not going to tell you. And I can't confirm, my fellow colleague Matt Camper with the Camper News Network will do a video regarding this sometime later tonight. He is currently not able to get to his OBS at the moment, but he will be able to later this evening to give you all the latest update. I'm currently recording this about 8 minutes before 8 o'clock. So we're going to go right to when this was first tweeted out, because here we go. So here it is right here. Our first tweet came in at 11:27 this morning. And a lot of issues have been going on, obviously. I'm trying to find one train that had to go back to Washington, D.C. Yeah, here we go. This is one of the trains that was impacted earlier this afternoon. Acela train 2158, which was holding in New York Penn, became Acela train 2159. So this train was originally supposed to go to Boston. And this is crazy. I don't know. They made a reverse move on this train to go to Washington, D.C., and then travel up all the way to Boston, which is just crazy. And I agree with what Matt Camper and I were talking about earlier this afternoon, was that they were completely unprepared for a situation like this. Completely unprepared. So, we're going to go up for a sec here. So I want to show you this, because this is the problem we've been having now for the past, I'd say, 40 minutes. Yeah, here we go. We just got this tweet, and I will retweet it right now at Andy's Randomness. So if you are on Twitter as I'm recording this. You'll see it on your feed if you are following me. The tweet that we got at 7:15 was, service alert. Due to ongoing power issues east of New York Penn, a cell service between New York Penn and New Haven is temporarily suspended. So I'm assuming right now that we have the FRA and the National Transportation Safety Board, the FRA, the Federal Railway Administration, getting involved with this incident right now. So the way things are looking, they're doing an investigation. That's how I think this is going on right now. So a lot of trains are getting impacted. So very quickly, let's just take a look and see if we can go onto Amtrak's website and do a little bit of a train track and see if any trains have been canceled. Because I would like to be at Penn Station right now to cover this, but unforeseen travel situation and it's late at night. I just don't see any point in covering it. So let's see. Can we do a train status? Yeah, because I used this website earlier at Long Island Jewish, so I'm wondering, can I do it? Yeah, let's just do an example from New Haven. From New York Penn as an example. So if you want to check this out yourself, if you are curious, NHV. NHV. Union Station in New Haven, Connecticut. So let's see if we have any updates regarding the situation with the suspension. So we're going to go down. We have to go a little bit here to take a look at this. So the last on-time train, or early train this morning, we need to go around here. Look at this. 172 Northeast Regional. 3 hours, 26 minutes late. 56 from Otter. Unavailable. This is the one that had to make the reverse move to DC. Arrived 2:38 p.m. Was originally supposed to be in New Haven at 1:42 this afternoon. 172 Northeast Regional was supposed to arrive at 12:43, and it was supposed to, well, it did depart Penn Station on time at 11 o'clock in the morning, because this incident happened right before 11:30. So imagine you were on this train for any odd reason, and then you're 3 hours and 26 minutes late, 4:09 p.m., and you were supposed to be in New Haven, Connecticut at 12:43 this afternoon. So this is a national joke, in my opinion. And then, look at this. 174 Northeast Regional. Departed New York Penn at 3:13 this afternoon. 1 hour, 13 minutes late. Then, this train was supposed to be in New Haven at 3:42 p.m. and it arrived at 7:54 p.m. Alright? So now, we go here. We go around here. Look at this. Look at this. No information right now. 148 Northeast Regional. Status is currently unavailable due to a service disruption. This train was supposed to leave New York Penn at 8:57. Now, we're going to have a situation where this train might not even get to New Haven, Connecticut until possibly after midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. Just remarkable. So a lot of train traffic on the NEC is backed up because they're probably doing an investigation. They probably had to turn off power to the tracks, turn off power to the substation, just so the FRA and the NTSB could do their investigation. You really can't make this stuff up, folks. So a lot of people are screwed trying to get to New Haven, Connecticut right now. Possibly even up to Boston. And lastly, we're going to get to more important news as I broke the story last night. TWU Local 100, the union that represents bus and subway operators for New York City Transit, reached an agreement with the MTA. So, in a statement, here's what it says. We have a real fight on our hands, but transit workers stood together and we were able to secure a fair contract. So, of course, this was a statement from the union's president, Tony Utano. Our executive board overwhelmingly approved the tentative agreement this morning, so I'll assume him if you're on a phone. I do apologize about that. So, the American Arbitration Association will now conduct a ratification vote for members receiving ballots in the mail. The TWU Local 100 board, comprised of elected union officials from all divisions, voted 42-4 in favor of the agreement. 3 board members abstained. So, only 4 members were against the contract, but it was approved. That's the good news. So again, no strike will happen in January because there are rumors that sometime after January 1st, there was going to be a slowdown, and then by the end of January, we could have had a potential strike. But thankfully, that's not the case in this situation. So lastly, let's just get into the document. So here are the details. 9.84 compound wage increase over contract life for full retroactivity. Held the line on healthcare costs, no increase in payroll deductions. Enhanced optical and dental, including coverage for implants. Wow, so if you're a transit worker, you're gonna get health benefits. Overtime caps will be reset to 0 upon ratification of the agreement. Arctic pay for buses doubled to $2 per hour. Maintainers' bonuses have been increased to $150 from $500 annually to $650, including MTA bus maintainers for the first time. So a lot of history has been made. Okay, so some interesting things. Me Too clause on wages for Long Island Railroad unions. So it looks like the Long Island Railroad got a little bit of a benefit with this too, it looks like. Active service duty death benefit doubled to $50,000. Line of duty death benefit doubled to $500,000. Commuter pass for all express buses, MTA bus members to receive same pass privileges as TA and OA. Swapped Lincoln birthday holiday for day after Thanksgiving. So, does this mean that there's going to be no limited bus service the day after Thanksgiving anymore? That's a good question. MTA to opt into the New York State Paid Family Medical Leave Program as soon as feasible. Committee forced to discuss set-aside jobs for pregnant transit workers and other disabled workers. Alright, so here are some of the give-back demands. Doubling of healthcare payroll deductions to 4% defeated. No retroactivity on wages with delayed increases defeated. Including overtime only after 40 hours defeated. Part-time across all operating titles defeated. Members will be sent the full MOU and departments along with their ballot for ratification vote. Check the TWU Local 100 website for more information. So, this is the most important thing. So, wage increases. So, originally, before the contract expired, back in May, on May 16th, right when the old contract expired, all workers got 2% wages every year on May 16th, which is 2020, 2021, and 2022. Transit workers will see a wage increase all over the board. So, they're getting a big increase in their wages. So, look at this. Look at this. Big noticeable differences. Big noticeable differences right here. So, if you want to read this statement, I will put it in the link in the description below. More importantly, I'm hoping my colleague Matt Camper will give you more information regarding the Amtrak issue from earlier today. Oh, very quickly, we do have an update before I wrap up this video. 8 o'clock. Due to ongoing power issues east of New York Penn, train 66 and 148 will terminate at New York Penn Station. Train 67 will originate in New York Penn with no alternative transportation. So, folks, once again, You have a lot of people who are going into New Haven, Connecticut, and Boston right now who are screwed. This is very unfortunate. Train 141 will originate in New York Penn. A shuttle will operate in New York 1 from SPG to New Haven. So what's SPG? I have to look that up. So I can't leave until I know what station this is. Oh, Springfield, Massachusetts. So wait a minute. There's a train going between Springfield, Massachusetts and New Haven right now? Well, that's very unfortunate. Ugh. But again, this is going to be a long mess. And again, please stick with Camper News Network. Matt Camper is going to give you more details about the Amtrak issue later tonight. So, that being all said, thank you all for watching. Until the next one, please take care.